What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Artist Collab Lab. My name is pjcorallo.
My name's Cole Mills.
And we got a special guest,
Mark Conte,
in the house. So this is episode 4.
What up, though? Episode 4.
You know, right back from the New Year's trilogy. That was, I'm sure, as you guys could put together, or if we didn't explain in detail enough, that was just another display for Cole and I to show the 3 projects that we have done so far together.
Yeah, and how this kind of came about.
Correct. So now transitioning to into the 4th one here, we got Mark, and him and Cole actually were onto something, I believe just as like a photo shoot. Is that correct?
Yeah, I actually want to let him talk about it because he approached me with this one.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm a photographer and videographer,
Yes.
and I've always liked going into abandoned houses and buildings. So there's one that's actually pretty close to where I live, and I thought it'd be cool to just have Cole dancing in it to his own style, his own tempo, but just in a cool location. And he killed it.
Yeah.
Made a cool little edit. And then I guess you could take it from here.
Well, yeah. So you said, let's do some shoot, and I was like, oh yeah, all right, I'm on my way. I'm with PJ.
I happen to be filming right at the time.
So you're like, oh, immediately, just like you've packed your car with like 1,000 things extra, and we went to this abandoned house, and actually a very cool experience. Like all the stuff lying around. It was very
Getting
abandoned.
in and out was interesting. But,
Watch your head alert.
but
that's a nail. Watch the nail.
Right, exactly. Bend the nails back. But no, that was a really cool layout just for overall open mansion, pretty much. There was still just artwork and all kinds of murals that was still up there. Obviously, when we get into the video, you'll see the short.
Yeah, I mean, so real quick before we get into it, why did you pick this? Why did you pick a short? Why did you pick this house? Real quick.
Well, in my opinion, modern architecture is kind of lame, and this house has a lot of character to it.
Solid.
Like multiple staircases, those clawfoot tubs, big open spaces, and cool hardwood features. So I figured that had a lot more to it than a big white studio like every other studio in Manhattan or Philly.
Yeah, I feel that.
Right.
What, you got anything to say before we watch this?
Yeah, I was just going to say, so just from being in there, I mean, the energy was sick. Just from their little photo shoot kind of short of your freestyle dance to no music, right? You didn't have any headphones in.
Yeah, reverse process on this one. Acapella, freestyle.
Yeah,
right, so
there was zero music, zero metronome. He just started dancing.
Right.
To the beat in his head, then we matched it up to
in the live room.
Yeah, to a pretty rad song, and then he went on to throw a sick drum track on it.
Yeah, I just when Cole figured out what song he was gonna put or would like to have behind the short, it just made sense. I was like, yeah, why not? I might as well just. I hopped on the E-Kit here actually and laid something down. I was playing with a couple different sound banks and. I'm pretty happy with the one we settled with.
Yeah, definitely cool.
So, yeah, with that being said, let's get right into it.
Let's watch it.
And, cool.
Cool. We in there?
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on? Guys, I'm here with Alex Coco. We are in Midtown Manhattan right now with the Artist Collab Lab. PJ's not here, but I'm here in the field reporting. We want to hear your thoughts about the track, about this whole process, working with Mark and the photographer, me and the dancing, and PJ and the drums. How do you feel with all this stuff?
I think it's pretty awesome. I think this track's kind of it's a little old. I made it like 3 years ago, but it never really got any attention, too much attention.
Right.
But it was one of my favorites. So I think with you putting the dance videos together and PJ putting some drums over it, like giving the song new life is super awesome.
Talk to us about how you created the track.
Yeah, so I made the track. I bought this new like software synth called Serum, and I think this track was really like an exploration of that synth.
Okay.
And also kind of like pushing it to do it as much as I could.
Like new things. You know?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I felt like a lot of my tracks at that time were kind of like linear.
Right.
And this track, it has all the cuts and whatnot. So
Yeah.
I was trying to like do as much as I could with one synth as I possibly as much as I could.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's what came out.
Would you say that's like your sound, like your signature kind of?
I wouldn't say necessarily it's the signature sound, but I think that track was definitely a big turning point that got me to reach where I feel now, which is comfortable with like kind of a sound.
Very cool.
Overall vibe.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And so how do you feel about this being a reverse process, right? Because I said I danced a cappella first, and then I just randomly picked your track, and then PJ hit the drums afterwards. So it was a completely reverse layer. As you saw with the PJ's feel, how do you feel like with that whole process?
I think like kind of an unconventional approach to the project will bring like a lot of cool stuff out.
Yeah.
Rather than kind of doing it the way it's been done before 100 times.
Yeah, I feel that.
Something interesting is definitely gonna come out.
I feel that. Well, I'm a huge fan of your work, dude, and it's weird.
Likewise.
Me and this cat grew up together, and just so happens we both do bomb-ass stuff.
Yep. Explode.
So let's talk about real quick what you and Marie are doing, what you guys just did, what you're doing, and then what the next episode on this channel is going to be with Marco.
Yep.
With your other half.
Yep. So Marco is the main project. Bay was just part of my solo project, but Marco's like the main focus. And it's me, and as a producer, Marie Lang is the vocalist. And we put out our first song, Bridges, which is the one you're going to be working on. We put that out 2 years ago. And we've put out multiple tracks since then, and it's been like a growing experience, 100%. And we have an EP coming out sometime spring of 2017. So that's the next big move. I'm going to be doing some video work for that. Hopefully a tour in the summer. Yeah. Just keep chugging along.
Yeah, PJ just actually did a drum cover for Sirens.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fern.
Yep.
Fern Souza.
Fern
produced that.
Souza, yep.
Yep. And so very exciting to work together in the near future.
Yeah.
But thanks for having me come here to your cave and your awesome stuff. And wait a second. Everyone, this SoundCloud, social media, email is how you're going to reach this guy and Marco. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'm going to throw it back to PJ in the studio.
Thanks.
All right, cool. Let's just get into it. Yeah. I have questions for you right off the bat.
Sure.
You approached me. I did an acapella freestyle. But you were already filming things
To get the shot.
to like you had ideas in your head already.
Yeah, like
you were already piecing things together, filming cracks and stuff. You know what I mean? As we could see from the videos. So like, what was going through your head before you even asked me? You were like, yeah, go dance, do your thing.
Well, I don't know, sometimes you just have like a vision in your head where things are going to go. So I had an idea for like what the vibe of the house is. Just by changing like, angles and exposure, you can really change the whole vibe of the short. So I kept it kind of darker, dingier, filmed, like some broken glass.
I was gonna say it was cool, not to cut you off right away, but it was cool how there was actually some natural lighting coming through the cracks, which made it how the video turned out, like kind of eerie, but yet that was interesting.
Kind of got to turn your brightness up on the monitor to watch it alert. I'm just kidding.
No.
Well, actually, if you're going to view anything on a computer, photo-wise or video-wise, you're supposed to watch at full brightness. So,
Oh,
trick.
Oh, well, so then,
we
yeah,
go.
that wasn't sarcasm. I was being completely serious.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I kept it. I used just natural light and just filmed things that were already there, just some scene setters, things like that. It's a short. Kept it short.
Yeah.
Okay, and then follow up after I danced. Did anything change? Did your perspective on what it was going to be change, or was it the same? Same vision.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head with the dance.
I kind of molded to like your picture a little bit.
Yeah, and I molded to the house, and you kind of molded to the house. It's just that's why studios are great and cool
It
and
was
all,
cool
but
just from a third party, like random outsider perspective, because you were actually not in normal dance attire. Like
I was
you were
freezing.
bundled up, you know what I'm saying?
it must have been 20 degrees that
Dude,
day.
it was cold, man.
So,
PJ's in his Canada Goose jacket. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, that was great.
But yeah, that's why I like shooting on location, because I kind of conform to it.
Yeah.
The person,
Yeah.
the model, the talent kind of conforms to it.
And actually, just quick transition, we were able to snag a photo shoot out of it for me, and that was extremely dope. And
Oh, yeah.
I was
Profile
super
picture
psyched about
for the
that.
Collab Lab.
Oh, and website. Yes, that's right. The profile picture on our Facebook right now is done by the good old Mark Conte right here. And yeah, man, you got one hell of an eye behind those lenses.
Yeah, shout out to anybody who wants to work with the pro, the beast.
Oh, you guys need photo shoots? Any type of little short video? Hire this guy, because
right? Pop up.
There.
Pop up.
Okay, so how did we get to you? How did you pop up on
I
the
mean,
scene?
I was just already chilling with you, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but so you saw the whole thing.
right. And I was like, okay. Once we figured out, or you figured out what you were gonna.
Oh, well,
put
that comes back to me.
music-wise,
Yeah, I don't know
right.
why I picked Alex's song. I was just like,
Well,
this
'cause
song's
Alex is a
dope.
beast,
Yeah, he's a
but,
beast. But I picked it. Well,
Can we get
we're
a
gonna
pop up? Boom.
Right.
Alex Coco.
we're
Alex
gonna
Coco.
we're gonna fast forward. We're gonna be in New York and like, we're gonna be in New York and be talking with Alex.
Yeah, we're
very-
gonna do another sit down with Alex. So there will be a follow up to this. As
Yeah,
well.
in like 10 seconds. Squip. But no, I don't know. I picked that song and like for some reason like I just
That's
like
one of his
scrolled.
older tunes. No,
I think it's one of his first tunes.
Okay.
Like first tunes, like
I dig it.
freshman
I
in
thought it was-
college.
yeah, dope.
Like just
in the dorms. I know how it
noodling,
is.
you know what I mean?
Oh,
Noodling.
that's what it's about.
But yeah, I picked it and then I sent it to him and then forget it. Well, I matched it up with you actually.
Well, right. I was gonna say when he presented that song to me, I was almost a little taken back because of the fact that I don't really have the most experience playing with overall electronic music to begin with.
Right.
So I enjoyed the challenge of trying to find when we decided E-kit, because I was first thinking full kit. I didn't know what I
Right.
was doing. You were like,
Right.
maybe kick, snare, hat, and then we were like, bro, what a E-kit.
Yeah.
So once we settled with this, it was really cool finding a specific sound that was going to work for the track and something that was still going to bring it to another level of originality and stuff like that. But
Okay. Do you have any questions for either of us as to how we affected your original thought?
No, you guys kind of just conform to it. It's just like another layer.
millions. Right.
Like if I would have made a video and told you to dance to it, to that song, it was, I don't know, it's all matched up, just one after another. It's just layers.
Well, yeah, I want to reiterate the fact that it was an acapella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, you shot an acapella that we then layered a song onto, and then you came in, saw the dance and the song,
Right.
laid down some.
So that's a good
talk
transition.
about the sounds.
I was going to say that's a good transition just because of the fact that I was trying to take your visual of just the dance with the track and like interpret what I was seeing from you, not just hearing from the track, but physically seeing your movement and matching that to the sound bank that we settled on. So that was a cool process. I like that.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear what Alex has to say about how
Yeah,
he
I
hears
hope,
the remix.
I hope we did it justice, honestly, for him because
I think
he's
it's-
a beast, as I said.
It
and-
sounds great. I think it sounds cool as hell.
Cool. I'm happy with it too. And Mark, we want to thank you for all of just making the short and photo shoots and coming out here and doing this with us. So
No problem.
Thank you to you guys watching. Stay tuned. We got more artists, more people coming on, and new projects, new visions, and a lot of good things coming.
I think the next things up are a little freestyle by myself, freestyle from you,
Yeah.
or a drum cover.
Yep, I'm going to be putting out a couple videos in
there
the
it
next
is.
few weeks, and you guys can just follow us all here, here, and here. And thank you once again for tuning in. We
Yeah,
are the
thank
Artist
you,
Collab
everybody.
Lab. We got Cole Mills, PJ Corallo, and Mark Conte. Thank you guys again. Peace.
No rebet.